Street and 7th Street, where you're involved in this because your dad was involved in it, your grandpa was involved in it. There has been a way to monetize that. Every song is about specific individuals, right? There is a reason why YBC Jr. was called Mr. Disrespectful. He would literally dig up graves of people, or at least purported to, would videotape himself doing that, and then would put it up on social media. It's not just that it's on YouTube. It's on Apple Music. It's on Spotify. That is how they make their money.
I can smell indictments, I can see it coming. Body dropping back to back in that room, you better not tell them.
Good day for the police department to see these people finally held accountable. They might have thought they got away with it, but they didn't.
If the charge ain't kingpin, I don't even want it. Give me a Rico record tearing the sign. How is you claiming that you in the war? You can't even name a time you did nothing. If they don't names in my song, they gon' try to do me the same way they did Stutters. I only fuck with these rappers, these niggas be capped. They don't even do shit for their brothers. Do you keep saying niggas running, but how do you know? Cause I was right there with 4 niggas cut on your brother.
A multi-year investigation leads to a major bust involving violent street gangs. More than a dozen people were arrested, and the district attorney's office says they're connected to over 20 shootings.
I noticed in part 1 and 2, some of you skipped the music, the interviews, and the Instagram lives. I put them there because I think that it adds context to the story, but to keep the YouTube viewers happy and watching, I kept them to a minimum for this video. Originally, this 3-parter was going to be a 4-hour documentary, but I decided to break it up into 3 more digestible videos in case you didn't have time to watch it all at once. However, if you would like to watch it all in one go, it's uploaded to my Patreon. The Patreon version is minutes longer because it's not cut. If you like the Instagram lives and the music and the interviews, like the ones that were in parts 1 and 2, the Patreon version has it all, and it's uncut and unfiltered. The video will cost only $2. Join my Patreon now to watch that, and with that out of the way, part 3 is basically going to cover the actual indictment timeline in a linear way, so you can actually follow along the dates and the news coverage. As the time went by, the violence got the attention of the Philadelphia Inquirer, where they did profiles of some of the YBC members that were arrested, as well as coverage of most of their court trials. So if it seems like I'm covering YBC a little bit more, I will point to that reason, and having all that public information available on their cases. I will point to that rather than bias for them or against CCK. In my point of view, the only winners here are the funeral homes and the prison owners and the investors in the private sector.
Three people are in the hospital right now following a shooting at a vigil. This is video in from 38th and Aspen in the Mantua section of West Philadelphia.
2 niggas got shot on the 8 right at the candlelight.
We have some breaking news to pass along here. Gunfire erupted at 39th and Aspen Streets in Philadelphia's Mantua section. 2 men and a woman were hospitalized in stable condition after being shot earlier tonight. Authorities tell Action News the shooting happened during a vigil.
Benji ain't no soldier, he a Vic. Been through the mind, nobody out. Let's take a pic to hit the 6.
Sorry, ain't do shit yet, and he no little mirror shot. The 9 men swerve locked eyes, and we just open fire. They tripping, falling on the car, y'all guns on the tire. Brother die still making diss songs. From out that V and get the cut. Trip the fell, I'm looking at him, I'm like, why the fuck you running? He dropped the C inside that picture, that's the reason why he punished. Nephew heard them shots and took off.
Dozens of shots are fired near the Temple University campus, and now police are trying to track down an alleged group of shooters who grazed a little girl and shot the passenger of this car. Eyewitness News reporter Ross DeMattei is live at police headquarters with the evidence investigators have gathered so far from that scene. Good morning, Ross.
Good
morning to you, Natasha. Police collected more than 40 shell casings from the scene of the shooting, as well as surveillance footage showing the entire thing. And they're hoping that that footage will lead them to the group of gunmen who are still on the loose this morning. Let's break this all down for you. Police say that it started shortly before 9 o'clock last night. Investigators say a dark-colored vehicle pulled up to the 1500 block of North 13th Street, which is just south of Temple's campus. Police say a group of guys then got out of that vehicle and appeared to wait for a white vehicle that was heading north on 13th Street to arrive. And when it did, police say several men from that black vehicle opened fire on the white vehicle, firing close to 4 dozen shots in total. Police say a 20-year-old man in that white vehicle was shot in the leg, and an 8-year-old little girl was grazed in the head by a stray bullet while she was standing nearby in front of her house. We spoke with some Temple students who mistake those gunshots for fireworks, and while the police provided an update on those victims.
We thought we heard fireworks from down the street because we live right back here. And we thought, like, since the echo, like, it couldn't have been gunshots, but then we got, like, the citizen alert and the TU alert.
We're fortunate that the 8-year-old female, who was clearly struck by stray gunfire while standing in front of her house, she's in stable condition with a graze wound to her head, and our 20-year-old victim, who may have been the intended target in this white vehicle, also very lucky because he's shot one time to the leg, also in stable condition.
And police add that the bullet-riddled white vehicle crashed about 2 miles north of where that shooting happened at 13th and Rising Sun Avenue. They say that 20-year-old who was shot in the leg was able to walk himself to Temple Hospital, where he is now in stable condition. And police now believe he was the intended target of this shooting. And just to reiterate, police tell us that they were able to recover surveillance footage capturing the entire shooting from the area where this shooting happened. They've been going through that footage, hoping to find any clues that could lead them to this group of gunmen. Again, we're still on the loose this morning. We're live outside of police headquarters. Ross DiMattei, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Ross, with those new details for us this morning, thank you for that.
The next month, Bucks drops the song Achievements. This is considered one of his best songs by fans. That same month, Duel is arrested on drug charges following a South Philly Airbnb shooting, though the case is later tossed. The next month in November, Lil Bucks drops the track Backseat Boys, one of his most popular songs. A day later, J100 drops Running Up That Hill, dissing CCK members, specifically Young Liv. This would be the last song J100 would be able to drop. 6 days after the Reno Street incident, on the evening of Monday, December 5th, 2022, Tajay, or J100, was on a 4300 block of Paris Street. At approximately 9:20, he was leaving his house when gunmen got the drop and killed him. J100 was struck multiple times. 16th District officers responded to the shooting and located him lying on the street suffering from severe gunshot wounds. Penn Presbyterian was once again the hospital he was rushed to, where medical staff could do nothing for him. The next day, KJ's mother mocks J100's death on social media by posting Instagram lives and pictures of Jordan sneakers or J's, sparking a back and forth trolling session with YBC members and an innocent victim's mother. Lil Bucks released a lot of music in 2022. He released the Certified Campers music video featuring Sonny Goon and Deke Loco, publicly cementing the CCK alliance. This is still Lil Bucks' most popular song to date. Deke Loco, who I just mentioned, and Lil Bucks had a severe falling out over money towards the end of the year, which led to a permanent rift between the two. The Tortures and YBC solidified their click-up in 2022, led by YBC Duel and Hop Out Blick. Philadelphia concluded 2022 having recorded 516 murders. As 2023 started, YBC started to expand its fan base and traveled to Minnesota to collaborate with EVK Choppa on the song Paint the World. YBC was really starting to gain a foothold at this point. By February, almost every notable member of O to the 4, except for One Mirror, was either dead or in jail. In February of 2023, YBC, YFA, and the PNB Tortures dropped a 22-song, hour-long album entirely dedicated to dissing CCK, called Us Against the World. That same month, the YouTube channel SGFD-TV released a vlog showing YBC and YFA members in the studio. In it, PNB member BD gives a pep talk outlining their plans to get rich off music in 2023, saying to Hop Out Blick, FS The Bender, and Mirror Pop that they'll be dropping tapes soon. Those three in particular will not be getting rich anytime soon. February 24th, 2023, YBC Duel performs a live rendition of his song, Killers Love Me, disrespecting numerous deceased rivals and claiming that he would slap KJ's mom. The mood on YBC was starting to sour in the city. A post on Philly Wiki illustrates these unpopular opinions on YBC Duel. Commenters debate his influence, with some admonishing the 23-year-old for leading younger teens astray and predicting his downfall, while others praised his beat selection. In early March 2023, Hop Out Blick drops the song and music videos for Big Tortures, cementing his spot in Philly drill. By the spring, YBC Duel and Skrilla start collabing with Chicago artists. On April 17, 2023, Lil Bucks drops the song called Perk 10, taunting the DA once again and bragging that his friends are out here catching bodies. April will also be the month that Hop Out Blick would release the song called Shake the Switch. Blick mentions that he's not paying for guns and that his baby tortures are, quote, taking shit.
Drop up, so them torches bake the bitch. He got tagged, but we still gon' kill him cause he ate that shit. And they hate when we jump out cause you know they can't take the blitz. We ain't paying for no guns, my baby torches taking shit. We fried a nigga.
As he says that, the camera pans to baby Stu, a younger member of the Tortures, who was being led astray. 2 days later, on April 28th at 3:30 in the afternoon, those lyrics would come to reality. The Palmetto Street triple homicide occurred during a botched gun transaction between the Tortures and the 20th Street No Chills. Malik Bowler, who was 17, Khalid Fresgy, who was 18, and Salah Flemings, who was just 14 years old, were all killed in the shootout, and another 16-year-old was wounded. By May 2023, Amin Hurst would boldly escape from PIC along with another inmate named Nasir Grant. This will make Amin Hurst a street legend, as backwards as that is, but we all know them. They do wild shit while in their mind they are running for their life, and to the public who knew Amin would eventually be caught, it was just a spectacle. In the middle of May, Kamir Scott, or T.O., the best friend of YBC founder J100, was shot and killed on the 600 block of North Preston Street.
A man is dead after a shooting in Philadelphia. He was shot at Preston Street and Lancaster Avenue in University City around 10 o'clock last night. Skyforce 10 was over the scene. Police say the man was rushed to the hospital in extremely critical condition and later died. So far, no arrests.
Making racks all day, my grandma called me Money Mitch. I was chilling on my block, young boy asked to take a pic. I got shot, I ain't bitch, I got right back. I'm on some shit, sliding through his block, back to back to back, he don't exist.
This is the bottom, a cat fell in the sewer, and we is going to get it.
And we is going to get it. This is the bottom, y'all.
Cat is in the sewer, and we is going to rescue it. We got
right
to
there
whopper.
on Shirley.
What we do? We save the cat. We always save the cat. Get it, scoop, wop, get in with the wop, get in with the wound, get in with the wound.
Details tonight, a 23-year-old woman in critical condition. This after she was caught in the crossfire in West Philadelphia.
Officers found more than a dozen spent shell casings when they arrived on that scene overnight. Action News reporter Leland Pender live for us now at Penn Presbyterian Medical Center in University City with the story. Leland.
Gray and Shari, that victim remains here in the hospital tonight in critical condition after being shot in the stomach. Police believe they are looking for two shooters, but so far no arrests have been made. Video shows the chaotic aftermath immediately following a shooting on Walton Avenue in West Philadelphia early Monday morning. Screams and at least one person seen running from the scene. It's not known whether they may be involved or were just running for safety. But one thing is clear, neighbors are tired.
I don't even want to be on this block no more. That's how I'm feeling. It's just shocking.
This woman did not want to be identified, but says the gunshots woke her out of her sleep. Police say a 23-year-old woman was shot in the stomach. They describe her as an innocent bystander caught in the crossfire. This woman says the victim is her friend.
I heard out the window, so I looked out the window too, because I knew her voice. I just heard her screaming.
The neighbor said she stayed inside to protect her children, but called 911 for her friend. 17 shell casings were left on the ground from two different caliber guns. Neighbors were left with questions.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I don't know what went on, what transpired, what triggered the shooting, nothing.
This comes after a deadly drive-by double shooting on this exact block in late July. This woman called the violence traumatizing and overwhelming.
Me living on this block for almost 2 years, it's not somewhere I want to be with my children. So whoever did it, I hope to get caught.
Again, police still looking for suspects in this shooting. They've not yet identified the young victim here. Also, no details on a motive at this time, but
Y'all say PSK not outside. We outside every day, bro. Y'all say PSK not getting active. Y'all still ain't get back for T.O. yet. Fuck you talking about? That nigga was shaking on the ground like he was having a seizure. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Your man was running for his fucking life. Fuck you talking about, nigga, on Bud, nigga. I'm one of them. Y'all can see what I got on. Y'all can see what I got on. You ride past me, blow that shit. That's all I'm saying. You see me, blow that shit, bro. Use that shit.
Watt was close friends with Bud, the same Bud YBC Vine is booked for.
Niggas making me mad, bro, on the guys, bro, on the guys, bro.
It's too early, bro. Shut the fuck up, bro. I'm really
nigga,
not
you
trying
shut
to
the fuck up, nigga. Ben. You talking my brother did, nigga, bro. Cut it out. See, now you playing Hondo did, nigga. Get in the fucking lift. Your man died on the fucking scooter. BL got clapped 15 times in his face. Fuck you.
The next day, Amin Hurst is recaptured by U.S. Marshals in West Philadelphia after 10 days on the run. While hiding out, he had rented a studio in New York City and recorded a rap song. A few days after that news, YBC would drop his song called Slide and Provide, heavily name-dropping dead rivals and stating he'd be angry if someone killed Lil Bucks before he did. Towards the end of May, Reek 1200 and 1K would be pleading guilty inside of a courtroom for the 2021 murders of Nasir Marks and Kanye Pittman. Baby Wick is acquitted of murder, but found guilty of conspiracy and still sentenced to 20 to 40 years. Despite his earlier internet claims of innocence, Hop Out Blick officially became a wanted man for the Palmetto Street murders. Early in July, Kevin Yip, or BD, is added to the wanted list for the Palmetto Street shootings. During this time, Hop Out Blick does a video interview with FA, or Doughboy, from PNB, who is also wanted in the Palmetto Street murders while on the run. The 4th of July this year, Hop Out Blick, YBC Duel, Nansari, and Mir Pod would drop the song called Amizam. After T.O. died was when YBC would spend Parkside almost daily looking for, allegedly, WAP.
Police were called to the city's Parkside section less than an hour ago on reports of a triple shooting. Action News reporter Brianna Gallagher joins us live from the scene at Lindenwood and Jefferson Streets with details. Brianna, what do we know so far?
That's right, Walter. We're still working to confirm a few details here, but police just revealed that one of those victims, a 15-year-old, however, that 15-year-old was taken to the hospital in stable condition. You can see that police still here on scene. They're just picking up evidence markers now, but police say a 20-year-old man was shot twice in the foot. He's in stable condition. The second victim, a 15-year-old, he was shot once in the stomach and taken to the hospital in stable condition. Now, the third victim, a 33-year-old man, he was shot twice in the chest and once in the shoulder. He was also taken to the hospital. Officers are here on scene. They've been going in and outside of this mini market here on the corner. No details yet on what led to this shooting, and no arrests have been made at this time. For now, we're live in Parkside. Brianna Gallagher for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Walter.
Okay, Brianna, thank you.
A triple non-fatal shooting on Jefferson Street on May 27th of 2023. In which 3 individuals were struck by gunfire.
And I think Pop scattered because he went in that fucking room and gave his team.
Spoke on Joshman Street, the crazy Ryan crib, and we bonded. I'm just kept sliding. He said I got show niggas, I still got it.
4 days after the music video with Mir Pob in it, Pob and Yak Yola will hold a woman at gunpoint at a gas station on the 3100 block of Hunting Park Ave and steal her black Acura. Later that same day at 1:30 in the afternoon, Sharif King is ambushed and killed on the 5200 block of West Jefferson Street. 4 masked men jump out of the stolen black Acura and shoot him multiple times. Yak Yola, Mir Pob, and Baby Yop are charged. The car matched the one from the gas station robbery, and police immediately put 2 and 2 together. On July 11th, 2023, an anonymous tip was called into the tip line and stated that Yak Yola, Mir Pob, and another individual who was named but is not charged, Baby Yop, were the ones that committed the murder. In the tip, they referred to Baby Yap as Melky, showing a close familiarity with the men. The tip also gave a lot of personal details for the men, proving this person knew them. Stuff like who lived where and with who, and who was arrested, and the manner of the arrest. So this was probably an old head from the block who was tired of their shit. The next day on July 12th, officers from the 16th District were on patrol and found the Acura from the robbery and homicide at the Lee Recreation Center at 4400 Haverford Ave. Lee is a playground frequented by YBC, and you can see them here in this YBC Duel music video for Slider Provide. The cops confirmed the VIN number and towed the car to the police impound lot. 1 9mm live round, 4 9mm FCCs or fire cartridge casings, and 2 .45 caliber FCCs were found inside the car. The car was found just 2 blocks from where the tip from the previous day said that the group hung out a lot on Brooklyn Street. One of the men mentioned in the tip, as I said earlier, is Yak Yola, real name Mark Johnson. From the tip alone, police were able to get a search warrant for Yak's Instagram. There are images and videos posted that show Yak holding firearms, wearing a camouflage mask, and black and green Nikes that he was alleged to be wearing during the homicide. A search warrant was served on Instagram records for the Instagram account 4Kai. 4Kai interviews local entertainers and rappers. One of those interviews he conducted was with Baby Yap, Yak Yola, and Mir Pop. During the interview, Yak Yola is seen wearing the sneakers worn during the homicide, according to police. On Friday, July 19, 2024, police obtained call detail records, which include the coordinates for Yak Yola's cell phone on the day in question. The analysis showed that during the early morning hours of July 8, 2023, at 1:42:34 a.m., Yak's cell phone receives a phone call and pings off a cell phone tower near where the carjacking had occurred on Hunting Park Avenue. The call was forwarded to voicemail and not answered. Leading up to the homicide on July 8, 2023, the last cell site data generated by the number is at 137, where the device utilizes the cell tower that covers the area, including the crime scene on 5200 Jefferson Street. The next activity is an outgoing call at 4:27:29 p.m. to the same number that had called before, unanswered. This was at 56 and Greenway in Southwest Philadelphia. So they had Yak's cell phone at the murder scene, and they think they had him on camera wearing the same shoes as the driver. As for the video, Sharif is seen walking down the street past the parked 4-door Acura. The passenger rolls down the window as Sharif walks by and shoots first. Sharif reacts to that and falls to the ground as he tries to get away. The back passenger shoots out the window as well. The driver then gets out and walks Sharif down. The police allege that Yak Yola matches the physical description of the driver. The third and fourth man seen in the video are unknown at this time. Police also got a warrant on Mir Pop's Instagram. On August 3rd, 2023, officers received a notification on Instagram that Mir Pop went live. During the video, Mir Pop was seen showing off his gun. Officers could see a second man in the video they know as Kasim Brown, who used the Instagram name FSTheBender30. Officers could see that Mir and Bender were sitting in a vehicle that appeared to be parked. Cops knew the men to frequent 35th and Girard. They located a vehicle parked in a parking lot. As the officers got near the vehicle, they could see Kasim Brown was sitting in the driver's seat. They requested backup. Once additional officers arrived, they approached the car. 3 males got out. Kwame Hall exited the rear passenger seat. Kasim Brown exited the driver's seat. Upon investigation of the vehicle, officers found and recovered a polymer 9mm handgun from the passenger seat where Hall was seated, and a Taurus 9mm handgun from the driver's seat where Brown was seated. Kasim Brown and Kwame Hall were placed under arrest at the time for violation of the Uniform Firearms Act. The third male that was stopped was later cleared by investigation and not charged. The polymer 9mm handgun recovered from where Mir Pop was sitting does match the 9mm FCCs that were recovered from the crime scene on Jefferson Street.
All these niggas, and we put belt the ass to every block that we claiming at the unit. Reef try crawl and get away, bro, stood on top till he was finished.
Lil Buck's second most popular song, called Loyalty, dropped in July 2023. Also in July of 2023, CCK affiliate Sadiq Deke Loco Dove is shot and killed by 3 men as he leaves a YMCA near 17th and Christian Streets in South Philly. Lil Bucks distanced himself from Deke after his death due to the prior argument over money. That next month, in August of 2023, Mir Pop and FS the Bender are arrested for gun violations after police spot them sitting in a car on Fairmont Ave flashing a gun on Instagram Live. The police said that a 9mm handgun found on Mir Pablo's seat forensically matches the Sharif King murder, and test confirms his DNA is on it. Later that month, in late August, Hop Out Blick does the whole fake mob death to bullshit the ops and have them look foolish routine.
Whoa! Hop out, whoa!
He trying to drop some more. Hop out, look, hop out.
Hop out, whoa!
In August of 2023, police raid and break up a YBC music video shoot, taking several guns and arresting a few people. On the 3rd of that month, Mayor Pop and FS are both arrested for gun charges after police pulled up on them sitting in a car on Fairmont Ave. They did this after seeing them flashing guns on Instagram Live. The cops happened to know exactly where they were.
And I'm sorry, Pop, you was my fucking homie, but you bit the cheese.
Like all of the rappers, that's like, it seemed like every time soon somebody blow, the paperwork come out.
Yeah, that's because be rats. If you saying you won't tell, right, you done. And you standing on BI, then nobody don't expect for you to follow street rules.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Gunner was wrong because
go ahead.
He said he wouldn't tell one. Hey, he never said that. Hey, he never promoted that narrative. Nobody couldn't be mad at him.
So you wouldn't do a track with Gunna at all?
I'll do a track with Gunna because I'll do a track with him just off the cheese though. But I'm not gonna be his homie. That's not gonna be somebody I'll be running around. Business. It's just straight business.
But go ahead, little bro. What you guys say about that shit? Would you do a track with 6ix9ine right now?
I ain't doing it.
You can't do no track with 6ix9ine.
I ain't doing no track with
6ix9ine. Like Gunna, like I don't know if I do a track with Gunna neither because of that shit. Like he's like.
Yeah, I don't know. I might not though. I might not though. It's all the
How much do y'all care about this talent? Because I feel like the whole
even
talent
the
is
rest
fake. But
and
go
play
ahead.
a big part because that's take lives away from him. Like that's really like take his years away from his life.
Is it levels to telling?
No. Telling is telling, man.
No, right? All right, so it's a war going on in the city, right?
Right.
All right, now say the cops know this block is beefing with this block, right?
Right.
And then one person from this side died, came over here and they killed somebody from this side, right?
Right.
Now they only got one gun that could connect anybody to this scene, right?
Right.
They booked one person with a burner. Now everybody masked up. There's no such thing as a witness could even be on this case. So who the only witness that could be? The only person who knew who was in that car, right?
Exactly.
That only makes sense, right? All right. So if a get booked from the law, nobody got no warrants out. Now the only person that the law know was in on this drill say I was in that car, but I was in the back seat. I ain't do nothing. How the do the cops know who the main person was that was in the car if it wasn't the person who told?
Face is like if we get caught, if certain people see us in public, certain shit gonna happen. So like, just to avoid all that, we wear our masks.
But I feel that though. But what about the weirdo young boys? I see the young boys going to school. Young boys got fucking around, get bent. They ain't even going through nothing. They got the hand in their pocket.
I say the
fucking
same
around
shit, but that's just one of portray an image. Like, I don't even know why you want to portray that type of image.
Because it's from your influence. You know y'all about to. Listen, you 20, right? Yeah. You know
everything is from influence.
Listen to
in
me.
the world,
I'm a listen. Hold up, yeah. I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to listen to you after this, right? I'm pretty sure you promote some demonic shit. So it's like I'm being dead serious on some real shit. You're gonna provoke some kids to do some out of pocket shit. You know, like, come on, bro. You had idols growing up. You listen to shit, and you know, like a certain nigga can rap some shit so good, and it's like, yo, I want to do this shit. So you're going to like, is that in your? That's in your rap? Like you promoting demonic, you promoting violence. You promoting violence. You admitting to that.
Yeah, but I'm rapping about what we
Put them on
living.
a payroll.
Like I ain't like promoting it. I'm not
Come on, my man
promoting
talking.
violence. I ain't
You
telling
just
people
said
to
you
go
was
out there.
promoting
No,
violence,
like
though.
I had to think about what you were saying. I'm like a little on right now. You gave me that shot.
Yeah. Not though. It's all the.
How much do y'all care about this telling shit? Because I feel like the whole telling shit is fake. But go ahead.
Big
Say nigga be clown. Bro, get away. You gotta move away from me. Yo, nigga, just man, this shit scared it. They said dual mix the green with the tape drip. I just be doing what I want now. I don't even give a fuck no more. But no, though, I ain't even gonna lie, bro. Stop commenting Finger Pablo on my page, bro. That nigga not right. That nigga went rogue.
What's going on with the whole Mary Pop shit, bro?
At this time right now, he's currently incarcerated. That's something he's been accused of, but we standing tall and we holding our head high until the shit over.
Yeah, for sure. So the streets is buzzing right now. Is it confirmed that he told or anything?
Probably didn't tell. This paperwork got on everything. His name's Kwame Hall. Can't give you his PP number. I will give you everything that y'all need to be able to look this shit up. But he's not telling. He's standing tall as of right now.
Yeah, so you confirming right now that it's for sure. Okay, all right.
Free pop, free the jails, free the whole jails, free the whole state road.
Yeah, for sure.
And the freaks.
You said what?
Except for the rapists and the
Oh yeah.
No
Bro,
paper.
we got go and see what he got to say, bro.
Yo, Mary Powers, YFA, yo.
No, don't do that, bro. Don't do that, bro.
Why y'all saying it though like he says something? No, that is my man. Until further notice, that is my man.
Until further notice, that's what happened, bro.
But my cases don't go out like that. Everybody, listen, YBC legacy in jail is historical. From stabbings to standing tall for murders, all type of shit.
Right.
It's historical. But don't try to play with Mary Pop though, because that's still my man. He don't got no paperwork and ain't nothing on my man saying that he too. Until further notice, y'all can't play with him.
Why you man up here contradicting you, bro? Why he up here contradicting you, bro?
And dueling a lot.
All right. Yeah, y'all gotta get y'all story straight. Hey, dude, you gotta request to join the live. Yeah,
Let that bitch ass nigga dueling the live, yo. Add dude bitch ass in the live so I can go at him for playing my man.
All right, yo, dude, you gotta join the live, nigga. Yeah.
Nigga, you wanna play with my
go.
fucking man, nigga? You know what's up with us, nigga.
I'm gonna edit into the live. Talk to your biz, bro.
Dude, you wanna keep playing with the guys, nigga? Like when I try to call your phone, you ain't answer. Why you playing my man?
Bro, I'm just,
Why you playing my man like that though in front of the people though? Is crazy.
I ain't never said nothing, bro. Like,
What?
I ain't gonna lie. Nigga, so don't put no words in my mouth. I just said.
This is not the streets, bro. The streets don't do that, bro. The streets go off of paperwork and real shit, bro.
Whatever rogue mean, bro, that's what they say.
Bro, that's not the streets, bro. The streets go off of real paperwork.
I don't know what rogue is, bro. Like, bro, shit, I never heard of rogue before.
I never heard of Listen, let me go get my dictionary. Maybe I can tell you what it means.
Bernardo Childo switched the topic, bro. Y'all some weird ass shit.
Dude, how your team doing, bro? How you feeling this season, bro?
When everybody talk crazy to your ass, you don't got no rap. Go shoot somebody. Go do something to somebody, nigga. Yo, all your friends die and you make new songs, nigga. The here. Y'all down in the score by 5 points. You just dropped the tape. When we was down by 2.
Yeah.
What's up with these ratting ass, man? They said it was y'all that was ratting, bro. I need somebody to explain this to me, bro. Really
How the f is we ratting if we ain't in jail?
I don't know what that means. Like, what you mean? The nigga only been in there for 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it take longer than 2 days to do a sweep, bro. Ratting, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That shit
What sweep they do? A nigga only told on what sweep they do? A nigga only told on one person.
On one?
Nigga only told on one person.
Oh. So you
They ain't no sweet. They ain't no sweet, bloody a nigga told. That's all I was. You feel me?
how you feel about that, bro? Like, what's going on?
You swear you know everything. I'm about to shut you the fuck up, bro. Stop talking to me, bro. Nigga, Mirror got a fucking warrant for homicide because the day before Curry court date, Mirror had court date for his burner. And you wanna know what Mirror dumbass did? He pled guilty to a homicide weapon, kid. That's why he got a homicide warrant, because he pled guilty to a gun that was on the homicide.
For what seemed like a week straight, FS the Bender, YBC Duel, Young Liv, and One Mirror and Yak Yola would keep going on the Instagram page named Philly Street Keeper. I can't figure out what any of these guys were thinking, but day after day, they would go on this page and seemingly incriminate themselves. Yak Yola was arrested soon after Mirror Pop, reportedly at or near the airport trying to flee Philly. Then, a few days ago, an explosive article came out in the Philadelphia Inquirer. The first lines in the article read, "Kwame Hall doesn't deny that he was at the scene of the slaying of Sharif King," his attorney said. "He just didn't fire the guns that killed him." The article then goes over everything I just talked about. Then it gets to an interesting part of the article where it says, in Johnson's or Yak Yola's Instagram records, said Detective Ryan Moore, was a voice memo where he discussed the shooting, at times in detail. Moore said someone was questioning why an innocent man was targeted, but Johnson, he said, quote, was adamant that this murder was valid in a war. According to my sources, the someone questioning Yak Yola on Instagram is that Instagram page from earlier that we was just talking about. So not only was what they were saying on camera during the lives potentially incriminating, they were talking to this page about the murders, further incriminating themselves, or at least Yak Yola was.
There he is. There he is. I was gonna ask him in here. We gonna see what's up, bro. Bro, shit, there he is. Hell yeah.
I got tires, so I let Switchy grab.
Draw. Don't indict yourselves. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
Not indict yourselves.
Yeah.
What's up with these ratting ass niggas, man?
They said it was y'all that was ratting, bro. I need somebody to explain this to me.
How the
bro.
fuck
What's really
is
going
how
on?
the fuck is we ratting if we ain't in jail?
I don't know what that mean. Like, what you mean? The nigga only been in there for 2 days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it take longer than 2 days to do a sweep, bro. If a nigga ratting, I ain't gonna lie to you.
That
What
shit
sweep they do? A nigga only told on what sweep they do? A nigga only told on one person.
On one?
Nigga only told on one person.
Oh. So you
They ain't
think
no sweet. They ain't no sweet, bloody a nigga told. That's all I was. You feel me?
how you feel about that, bro? Like, what's going on? What's up with y'all niggas, bro? Y'all got, you feel me? Like, how y'all feel, bro? How you feel about that, bro? Look at your face, man. This nigga sad about that shit. You been doing work.
Niggas.
How you do it? Fuck all that, nigga. I ain't seen your face in a long ass time. Nigga, you just Yola and shit now. How you been?
Nigga said you did.
This nigga fucking up.
This shit scattered, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Scared. I know it is, bro. You gotta talk to the people. You gotta let them know what's going on. Dude said you had something to say to me, man.
Oh man, I don't really got too much to say, bro. This shit just be like, god dang, son.
Yeah, bro.
That shit hurts, bro. You don't want to even dig, bro.
Yo, I feel it, gang. I feel it.
That shit is crazy. You know,
How y'all going recover from this? Is you worried? How y'all feeling? Like, what's the jaw right there, man?
Oh man, it ain't really nothing nobody could do, bro. It ain't, you know, niggas just got
pray, nigga.
Just got that too. Niggas just gotta get some money and wait for that and get ready for that indictment. Fine, that's all I could think. Like,
This shit scattered, man.
Lil Bucks drops the song No Limit, continuing his heavy dissing of YBC members. Later on that month in August, Lil Bucks is sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for probation violations for using guns in his music videos. In September of 2023, Sonny Goon drops his most successful video, Start Your Day, which hits over 1 million views. Skrilla, Lil Bucks, and Poundside Pop released the song Hood Hopper on September 7th. with Skrilla at this point having a neutral status.
I'm all LA, I switched the vibe, this he still getting fried. Trying to clean Gorilla Joe, what's up with Marathon?
Where he was able to collaborate with both sides of a gang war. Also on the 7th, Hop Out Blick is finally arrested and charged with the Palmetto Street triple homicide. The fallout from all the bloodshed that started with this run with the murders of Nasir Marks, Kanye Pittman, K3, and Snipe continued when, on September 27th, 1K and Reek 1200 were formally sentenced to 35 years in prison. Baby Wick would also be sentenced to 20 to 40 years. F5 for Reyes Sherman is sentenced to 12.5 to 25 years. After T.O. died was when YBC would spend Parkside almost daily looking for, allegedly, WAP.
Hollering at your phone right now. Calm down, buddy.
No, cause niggas think it's a game. I'm really out here in the trenches though. WAP but never end up on Philly Angels. Nigga, I'ma let it be 80, nigga.
WAP and Moo are mortal enemies after WAP allegedly killed T.O. according to the indictment. Also according to the indictment, Paulie from 39th Street and WAP were in almost weekly and sometimes daily shootouts with different people from YBC. There was a lot more than Instagram lives between Moo and WAP on the Patreon version. On October 5th, a 20-year-old man is shot on the 5200 block of Jefferson Street. Baby Yop and Yak Yola are charged.
A non-fatal shooting at 52nd and Jefferson Street on October 5th of 2023, in which one individual was struck with gunfire.
The 20-year-old is speculated to be Paulie, but this is just a rumor. I have no evidence of this. However, the next day, on October 6th, a 20-year-old man is shot on the 600 block of North Brooklyn Street.
My man, me, the only nigga I'm going live with, bro. PSK fuck with CCK. Yeah, they alright. I fuck with a few members in CCK. They alright. On the guys, on Bud. I'm gonna tell y'all, dude, don't be on his block. None of them niggas be on their blocks, bro. The old heads be on the block, bro. They keep talking about how I got shot in my leg and shit like that. I'm back walking. While I'm not dead, I was supposed to be dead in 2020. Like, I was supposed to be dead. Me and my niggas was supposed to be dead. All the real members are still alive. All the real members are still alive, bro. Except my man Jay and Bud. That's it.
I can't date this video to an exact day, but this was taken sometime in late 2023. WAP makes several mistakes on this live, besides obviously being on live in the first place. The biggest thing he did wrong was show his gun. The details of the indictment are sealed, so I can't check what exactly led to his arrest. But from making these videos, I've learned one thing. If you show anything on Instagram Live, expect it to be used against you. The ops are checking for clues as to where you are. The cops are listening intently to what you're saying and which comments you're responding to. The second major mistake he made was saying specific names. There are ways to talk about anything without getting too specific. And mentioning people's names is guaranteed to be used as evidence and admitted in court. Certain things you can get away with using plausible deniability, but mentioning names, blocks, anything like that, when they are this deep in the cycle.
Y'all niggas not even been in Bud, little brother not even been in, bro, but got the most shit to say. Like, come on, bro, both of your brothers dead. Nigga, you ain't catch a bucket behind him yet. Niggas, bro, I know a nigga right down, they got Bud World tatted on his arm, bro, and he ain't spent yet. And then you gotta see, fuck the mind, he ain't spent yet. Should've just made me get back. So I don't see what you wanna say. If you supposed to give me a 21, you can't stand for the motherfucker. Too wrong.
Briefy couldn't get up, but he tried. WAP in the spittle right now, sneak this in his bros. That's his dumb ass in the beginning of this fucking song.
October 6th of 2023, a non-fatal shooting on 600 North Brooklyn Street.
However, the next day, on October 6th, a 20-year-old man is shot on the 600 block of North Brooklyn Street. Duel's brother, Rico the Don, who is a much better rapper than Duel ever was, comes from the same neighborhood, same dad, same friends. But he doesn't diss, he doesn't speak on bodies, and he also doesn't see the numbers or results from rapping that Duel did. That says a lot. But on the flip side, he's alive and breathing and shows that different choices can bring different results, and it cuts both ways.
Like rock and shave it, call up auntie, she gon' come and taste it. Panoramic roof right through the city, this shit like a spaceship. Right here, future never stop, riding future back to basics. Bounce all he heard EDKJ Bo, then lil' bro start banging. I wouldn't drop the diamond, sunshine jewelers, he dropped
top diamond station, diamonds be Wu-Tangin', slip 50 a Mary 30 hanging. He went this my brother like we playing, now his block can't take.
I ain't gotta say too much, I can sell my image. Every time them bulls touch down, we just handle business.
T.O. was a hustler and moneymaker for YBC. When you hustle and make money, you assume all the risks that come with it. That includes potentially getting robbed and what you're going to do about it if that does happen. For WAP and T.O., what started as a regular business transaction changed when Duel allegedly told T.O. to burn WAP for the drugs. I believe it was weed. Once T.O. made that decision to do that, the rest is history. On March 14, 2022, at around 6 p.m., police were in the area of 45th and Westminster when they saw Waters and decided to pull him over. One officer approached the driver's side and ordered the driver to roll down all windows. Hassan Taylor, or Hazy Waters, was the front passenger. The officer approached the passenger side of the car, at which time he said he observed a large bulge in Waters' front waist area. The cop immediately said he recognized it as an extended clip. Waters was arrested. The gun had a switch attached. The feds swooped in.
Mentioned, right, some of these individuals are currently in custody. Well, you'll see that some of them are currently in custody on federal cases. And that's because a 2-year investigation, you might identify a murderer and you need to get that murderer off the street. And in that kind of situation, we can leverage our federal partners to look at certain cases if an individual is arrested and place that person in federal custody and awaiting trial in the federal system while we then work on this grand jury investigation there. It's one of the options, and that's one of the reasons. You will see when you get the list of the defendants that some of them are in federal custody.
I shoot one of y'all niggas' fingers off. That's playing my man, bro. Like, y'all niggas wouldn't even dare get close to my man. I'm taking a look at you. Look at my man wrong. Y'all might get shot. What you talking about? What y'all niggas? Yo, look at my man. Yo, look at my man. We gonna bang on y'all. Bucks don't be in his hood. We know he don't. That's why it's Ghost Town. Ghost Town. Privy, don't slide.
He be lying in them songs. He got chased on 52nd Street on a bike.
He black as shit. I'm going blacker than my gun.
The feds noted at the time that the handgun generated 3 NIBIN leads, which is like the National Ballistic Registry, gun registry. The gun was linked to a July 2021 shooting, another July 2021 double non-fatal shooting, and a February 2022 non-fatal shooting. Not only did the feds pick this case up, the Philly police have probably known about YBC since 2017. By 2020, the violence was already getting out of hand, and by October 2023, during his sentencing, the feds noted, among other things, that Waters, following a year in which over 2,300 human beings, including 213 children, were shot in Philadelphia, had the audacity to violate parole/probation by illegally possessing a firearm. Moreover, they stated, the defendant broke the law mere months after being convicted of a felony and was caught with another illegal gun. The prosecutor talks about other criminal behavior before going on to state, while incarcerated, he can be seen on a prison video visit showing LM a shiv, which he pulled out twice. After putting the shiv away the first time, he pulls it out again after LM asked to take a screenshot of it. Hassan Taylor illegally had a gun while on probation. At his sentencing, the federal prosecutors went on to call him an ongoing danger to the community, and they recommended a sentence of 46 months, 3 years, 10 months. With Curry, F5, 1K, Reek, and now Waters booked, YBC was down to a few shooters. Waters was off the streets since early 2022, and to the public, this was around the time that the PNB click-up started.
Before I self-destruct, I'm doing hits like I'm 50 Cent. Niggas smoking 20 bodies when you all been again. T.O. got hit time by the scooter, he should've called a lift. Did 100 hand, caught a lift, and got hit in the shit.
On October 10th, shots are heard being fired on the 2100 block of North 53rd Street during a shootout between Baby Yop and CCK's Honcho. Jalen Mickens, or Skip, from 0 to the 4/CCK, pleads guilty to nearly a dozen crimes, including the July 4th, 2021 mass shooting. November of 2023 saw shots fired at the 1300 block of North 53rd Street. CCK's Sonny Goon will be charged for this one. On November 17th, YBC Duel and Skrilla released the hit Bows in the Underworld, with Christmas right around the corner in December of 2023. On the 6th, a year after the death of J100, YBC Duel was mentioned in the Philadelphia Inquirer article regarding his relentless trolling of KJ Johnson's mom, Emily Johnson. Now I just want to talk about Emily for a minute. KJ's mom isn't part of this story because she's in the streets. In fact, Kaylin wasn't even all the way in the streets. Although pages, which we'll address in a second, went out of their way to make her son seem part of CCK, or at least part of the Clappers from 56th Street. She staunchly denies his involvement. She claims he was relentlessly trolled by Duel.
It's Mr. Disrespectful. I fuck around and slap KJ mom. I don't give a fuck what I say. Who the fuck gon' touch?
A day after the article, on December 7th, Zaire Booga Stafford, the brother of Sonny Goon, is ambushed and shot 14 times as he leaves his shift at 29th and Clearfield. Baby Yop and Lil Mir, or LM, are charged.
Ooga Booga, D-Lo, HL, Westside Cash,
Nigga, BK gorilla. Nobody wanted to bug
bitch.
You got a bitch ass to beat in your shoes took, bro. You scared it, bro. You went back in the cell with your socks, bro. You scared it, bro. I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. You scared it, bro.
On the tablet call
scared it, bro. You let a nigga yoke you up and all that. Like, come on, bro. Come on, you scared it. You can't pop that killing shit to me, bro. You don't bend. You don't be on the car. You got punched out. My man took your shit off you. You soft, them boys shut up. Why smack your face?
Nigga, you hopped on 3
I swear to God, all right, you make me want to come out Cali. Cause I really come to where you at.
You can't even book a flight.
Who can't book a flight? Who can't book a flight? Shut your dumb ass up.
Dickhead, you wearing, bro, young boy, stop trying to pop that shit, young boy. Your outfit's dirty and shit in your videos. You can't even, how the fuck you want to fly out here? You don't got no clothes to wear.
Fetty out the fucking pound.
Ooga Booga, D-Lo, HL, 55 Quad, and Westside Kev, bro. Stop talking.
Oh, dude, don't get me indicted with you, bro.
Stop talking, bro. Ooga Booga, D-Lo, HL, Westside Kev.
That's not my man, BK Gorilla Joe Fetty.
That's 5 niggas. And a year.
J100 my favorite pick. Man, fuck that. Roll that J up, bro.
Now
I'm rolling J up. Young boy, shut up. You making me mad. Fuck is you talking about? I'm rolling J up.
Bro, I don't care about none of that shit, bro. Niggas been got back for, bro.
Oh, who? Come on, bro. Come on. Don't pop that shit with me.
Yo, check this day.
Don't pop that shit with me. Ain't no fucking yo,
bro.
You never did nothing to nobody. You never disrespect. You never laid your hands on nobody. Who you disrespect?
I don't know.
Scared. You this not your fucking lifestyle for real? Stop popping that shit.
I'm talking about who I disrespect, bro. I disrespect
nobody.
Niggas
You a bitch. Shut up. You a bitch.
With law here on J.
Come on. My man beat your ass.
Bro, we always been bullying y'all ever since.
My man beat your ass, yo.
What the fuck is you talking about? Fuck you forgot. All your niggas.
Are you going to?
Yo,
matter of fact, all right, say no more.
Nigga,
watch this.
When we do the grandson, you said I never disrespect nobody.
Hold on.
What I do the grandson?
Bro, we not. All right, come on. We're not doing no more fish shit. All that fish shit over.
Bro, I hate this shit. Like I said, Deep Lope died. Y'all don't even claim the nigga no more. But you rapping about bus stop.
Alright, say no more.
But you rapping about bus stop in your rap. You just dropped another song talking about the bus stop though. But I got videos of y'all niggas talking about who the fuck is Deep Lope.
I don't know Deep Lope.
So why the fuck is you rapping about his rap?
I never posted Deep Lope.
So why you rapping about his wreck?
Why your man died trying to get an Uber?
Why you rapping about a nigga wreck that you don't know? That you just proved. You just
rap about everybody wreck. What the fuck? You never did nothing to nobody. You rap about everybody wreck. You fried. You fried. You goofy
ass rapper.
You ain't gonna sell with your
stocks on. Y'all don't claim the nigga no more, and you be rapping about his wreck. You bitch ass nigga.
Then you went back in the cell.
Talking all this bus stop shit. Stop dick riding, nigga. You don't even know him. Stop dick riding.
Alright, shut up,
Say no, boy. You be capping about wrecking
you a
y'all
bitch,
records.
boy. You cap about everything, boy. You fried door. Oh my god, I ain't trying to go too fast. I ain't trying to go too fast, bro. Chill. I ain't trying to go too fast. We on ice.
He said, "Who got more money?"
Some boy die for you told. Why die for on here talking?
Oh what?
Oh
yo,
fuck?
Spaz.
Y'all niggas got a lot of wrecks in y'all camp, bro. Y'all whole camp ready.
Yo, wait. He part of CCK?
Listen, skip told. Listen, chill. Just let me tell y'all. Die for told. Shot for told. Die for told. Shot for told. Big 4 times told. Skip told.
Who the fuck is die for?
Damn, why everybody with a 4?
Die for, bro.
Who died for,
Y'all
baby?
niggas is right.
No, the nigga died for. I remember Spaz used to hate that nigga when we was up the road. He was about to come
I
up
think
there.
Cuz is for 64.
No,
I think
bro, them niggas is
Spaz.
them niggas is
They tell Booga, Dick Low, and Westside Cab just died.
He talking about these Dick Low, bro. Who know him?
A day after that, YBC members heavily celebrate Booga's murder. An Instagram post shows YBC Duel tagging 4 dead CCK members, including Booga, on his stories. Duel and Skrilla also visit the McDonald's drive-thru to film themselves trolling the employees and asking for Ooga Booga sauce.
Yeah, like we need Booga. Ooga bundle boxes, and he worked at this McDonald's.
This really the joint though.
He worked here. We gotta go support his job.
You want honey mustard barbecue sauce and sour?
I want the Ooga Booga sauce.
I bet y'all won't take that. What?
You know what the Ooga Booga sauce is?
You want to know? I won't take your order and get out my drive-thru list.
Y'all got the Ooga Booga?
You want to get out my drive-thru?
Around Halloween of 2023, months after the apparent gun swap, YBC Duel, among others, make a post specifically for the No Chill Gang from North Philly.
I'm releasing the video too. Y'all know what we on. These niggas we crack all season B. It's Mr. Disrespectful. I don't give a fuck who you is. Y'all know what the fuck is going on. And we the young niggas. It's Mr.
Y'all condone rats.
Y'all niggas condone rats, man. Y'all boys rats.
Them no chills rats, nigga.
Stop recording. And we on whatever y'all want.
On December 11th, shots are fired at the 1400 block of 56th Street. Sonny Goon, Herman Stegall or Wick, and Nasir Wells or Hefe are charged.
The search for the gunman wanted for shooting and killing a man just outside of a mosque in Delaware County.
That's right. Investigators believe the 65-year-old father was gunned down during a suspected carjacking last night. It happened in a parking lot behind the Upper Darby Islamic Center on 69th Street.
Let's go to Action News reporter Caroline Goggin live for us in Upper Darby with the latest on this killing and reaction from the victim's friends.
Well, John and Christy, police tell us this afternoon they believe this was a random act of violence, not a hate crime, and not motivated by the fact that the victim was a member of that mosque. They tell us that victim was a 65-year-old man from Philadelphia who had gone to that mosque last night to pray. Now, police tell us they were called to that mosque for a report of shots fired just after 7:45 on Sunday night. They found a man who had been shot in the chest in the parking lot behind the Upper Darby Islamic Center, where about 150 people had gathered to pray. Investigators tell us they believe someone was trying to carjack the victim. A confrontation ensued, and then shots were fired, killing the victim.
Justice tonight in the killing of a 65-year-old man who was shot during a carjacking outside of a mosque in Delaware County. 20-year-old Herman Stegall now faces first-degree murder charges 2 months after the deadly attack. It is Wednesday night, and the big story in Action News is an arrest in the murder of 65-year-old Mohammed Rahman. He was shot and killed outside of the mosque where he worshipped back in October. Action News reporter Brianna Smith has been following the story and is live in Upper Darby tonight with all the details. Brianna.
Rick, exactly 2 months after Mohammed Rahman was carjacked and killed in Upper Darby, law enforcement agencies arrested the suspect following a police chase through Philadelphia. And now family and friends feel a sense of peace knowing he's in custody.
The whole community is grateful.
and very relieved.
The Upper Darby Police Superintendent says after countless hours of investigating and working with local and state law enforcement, they arrested 20-year-old Herman Stegall on December 29th. He was charged with first-degree murder in the deadly shooting of 65-year-old Muhammad Rahman.
And community was happy, family was happy, but even how happy family is, the kids lost his father and the wife lost his husband.
On October 29th, the father of 3 and Philadelphia corrections officer went to the Upper Darby Islamic Center to pray. Police say Stegall shot Rahman and stole his vehicle, which was recovered in West Philadelphia.
We have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars into data gathering evidence and real-time crime center here.
Through that technology and cooperation with other agencies, investigators discovered Stegall committed an armed robbery at the King of Prussia Mall the next day, and he was driving a Nissan Altima on December 29th in Upper Darby.
Uniformed officers attempted to stop him, at which time he fled. We pursued him in that vehicle through the city of Philadelphia.
Police say he eventually crashed the vehicle on I-76 and ran. Action News was there when police arrested Stegall on Martin Luther King Drive, bringing justice and some closure to the community.
I'm proud of Upper Darby Township Police done such a great job.
I'm so grateful to all the agencies that have been working very hard.
And police say when they arrested Stegall, he had a ghost gun which was used to kill Rahman, and they're also going through his cell phone for evidence, and they believe that Rahman's clothing was in the recovered vehicle. Live in Upper Darby, Brianna Smith, Channel 6 Action News. Rick?
Sonny Goon will continue to run around the city trying to get back for his brother, as he's into it with 56 and Lansdowne, what was called the Senders at the time. But this little group would later be called the CRG, or the Close Range Gang. On December 15th, shots are fired at the 2900 block of Girard Ave. Hefe will be charged. A day later, Sonny Goon drops the song Harry Potter. This is his second most viewed song, where he raps about his personal war with Cap G's and the Senders.
Hey, we came back from the yard, but when we was in the yard playing ball, y'all was like, as soon as I go up first, I'm going to the hoop. I'm like, man, you don't get your little dirty ass in the shower? They bumped traffic off of G2, but right on F2, he had the water fountain. He tried to run from Yaz. Chubb's stilly. Yaz sticky. He take off the other way. Chubb's cracking with a 2-piece. He go down by the phones. Yaz starts stumping him. He stab him again. Chubb sit on him, start sticking him in his head. He dig deep. He dig deep, dude. I ain't gonna lie. They probably going PC books, bro. Young boy getting tortured, bro. This is third day in here, bro. This is the second time he got tortured already, bro.
In February of 2024, Sonny Goon was arrested along with 3 others in a vehicle stop in Philadelphia. 3 months later, in May, Sonny was out on bail along with the other 3 who were released, and the charges were dropped. It doesn't say why in the court records. On June 12, 2024, an audio and video recorded call from a state correctional institution by the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections Investigations Division. This call was made on June 10th, 2 days earlier, 2024, by inmate Lil Buck. Approximately 7 minutes and 35 seconds into the Buck's video call, ARP Beezy enters the video call. Beezy is outside on the street. Lil Bucks then asks, "Where you at on the O?" To which Beezy responds, "We on the Wood. We on 1600 Wood." The cops then give the address the 3 were in front of and confirmed it on Google Maps as the address in the video. I can't share it in this for privacy reasons. Approximately 11 minutes and 14 seconds into the video call, Beezy, Sonny Goon, and others enter into an unknown vehicle where Beezy is the driver and Sonny in the front passenger side. At 15 minutes and 30 seconds into the video call, Sonny is in control of the video and begins to show Bucks another phone that is showing a music video. Bucks comments that he can't see the phone and asks Sonny to move it so he can see the video better. Sonny then places the cell phone with the rap video playing on the center console of the vehicle. At this time, 2 tank Glock-style semi-automatic handguns with black extended magazines were visible. One was tucked in between the console and the driver's side seat, and one was tucked in between the console and the passenger side seat, respectively. Upon seeing the firearms, Buck states, "Y'all niggas drawn, move the camera." Sonny then states, "Oh, my fault, I didn't mean to show that shit on camera," and moves the camera away from the firearms. Prison officials provided this video call and image from the video to the Philadelphia Police Department for analysis. The detective who received the video from the prison officials is a sworn member of the PPD Gun Violence Reduction Task Force and has been a member of said task force since its inception in 2018. The report mentions this to establish that the detective reviewing the footage knows guns and is accurately able to pick which guns are which through certain characteristics. The detective stated that the small lanyard loop presented on the bottom of the magazine well is a characteristic feature of the Glock 19X pistol. They are removable but are a standard feature from the factory. 18 minutes into the call, Sonny begins to exit the vehicle. Upon exiting the vehicle, Sonny is seen on camera placing one of the handguns that were previously shown into his waistband. Detectives note that when Sonny is seen outside after this, the outline of the handgun is visible through his shirt. Through investigations, authorities were able to determine that Sonny Goon was on Hobart Street, which is located in the city of Philadelphia. According to detectives, Sonny does not possess a license to own a firearm. Therefore, this led to his arrest on July 10, 2024, about a month after the video call. Sonny Goon would continue to run around the city trying to get back for his brother, as he's into it with 56 and Lansdowne, what was called the Senders at the time. But this little group would later be called the CRG, or the Close Range Gang.
Arrests were made on a shooting incident for December 11th of 2023 on 56th Street, December 15th of 2023 on Girard Avenue, a shooting incident on January 22nd of 2024 on Arch Street. An additional arrest was made for an incident on March the 13th of 2024 at Lancaster Avenue.
On December 15th, shots are fired at the 2900 block of Girard Ave. Hefe will be charged. A day later, Sonny Goon drops the song Harry Potter. This is his second most viewed song, where he raps about his personal war with Cap G's and the Senders. (2024) would see YBC and CCK at the height of the Philly drill era. 2024 will also be the end to the nightly shootings, as the shooters were getting booked and more of them were getting killed. Painful and traumatizing for those involved and their families. This war will leave its scar forever. In January of 2024, on the 22nd, shots are fired on the 1000 block of Arch Street. Sonny Goon and Hefe once again are the culprits. The next day, on the 23rd, is when Sonny Goon posts to Instagram suggesting that his gang had slid and got back for the death of H.L. Osama. Duel obviously didn't accept this, and on the 13th of February, dropped his most infamous song, McButtons and McNuggets, filming the music video inside a McDonald's to mock Zaire Booga Stafford. This was his most hated stunt to date. He went to where Sonny's brother Booga worked and turned it into a cruel joke that was intended to make people unintentionally play into it whenever McDonald's is brought up in a conversation or an interview. Sonny Goon would soon be taken off the streets along with Young Liv, who would also be arrested in early 2024 on gun charges. March would see the dissing and trolling continue when Duel and Mir Pop dropped the How to Step video, showing how Duel would use stunts to get eyes on him, while using the attention that the stunts got to say some of the most incriminating things.
Y'all try bang the chopper, free ski, big slaughter. Boom walking with his ARP tucked like it ain't a problem. Reef try curl and get away, bro still right over top.
2024 also saw Duel go on a crazy run of interviews. It seemed like almost every month or every other week, Duel had a new interview coming out. On March 13th, shots are fired on the 4300 block of Lancaster Ave. PSK member Marquise Muhammad, or WAP, would later be charged. This was Lil Moo's block, April 2024.
Man, straight hop on ass, gonna make another team. Bro got more hats than the store, we call him first degree. Hip hop and shit, he just got racked back in 23. Fussies bouncing out that ride, I met his shit, we missed him. Why keep popping shit on live, watch when we get up with him.
On April 12th, P&B members Hassan Muse and Sire Ford would allegedly shoot a victim after breaking in his house and robbing him on the 2300 block of Harold Street.
I'm Yuki Washington.
I'm Jessica Cartalia. One man was killed, another was injured following this shooting on the East Harold Street in Kensington.
CBS Philadelphia's Kerry Corrado spoke to neighbors who live in the area and say a crime like this is unusual.
Police say the shooting happened around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Neighbors say they are terrified after seeing the surveillance video and hope that police find who is responsible soon.
We never, ever in 50 years have had anything like this. Nothing.
Surveillance video captured the moment masked men held 2 people at gunpoint and walked them down the 2300 block of East Harold Street in Kensington. If you look closely, you can see a gun pointed at one of their backs. Police say a 20-year-old was killed after being shot in the head and the neck. They also say a 19-year-old was shot in the leg. It is in critical but stable condition at Temple University Hospital. People who live nearby can't believe this happened on their block.
I heard some feet running by my house very quickly. And a little while after that, I heard a lot of sirens. I actually went out the door and realized it was right here.
I was anxious. I mean, I was pulling up and I saw a group of people and I was like, you know what happened here? And like, yeah, 2 people got shot. And I was like, oh gosh.
Police could be seen looking at video and interviewing people who live nearby. They say no weapon was recovered. People who live in the area say this type of violence never happens on their street, and the neighbors stick together.
All the neighbors get along. They're very good to each other.
Everyone really knows each other here. There's great neighbors pretty much at every doorstep.
They say they just want to help police and figure out what's going on, but in the meantime, still have a fear in the back of their minds.
Scared that they might come back and do something more.
Again, police say they are still searching for the people responsible, and they have not released a motive at this time. Outside of police headquarters, Kerry Corrado, CBS News, Philadelphia.
Kerry, thanks.
A week later, on April 19th, Sire Ford would be arrested. Also in April, FS the Bender's friend Murder Loke is killed in a fiery car crash and burned after fleeing state police following a retail theft from Lululemon.
This is the 10 o'clock news. I'm Sheepa Russell.
And I'm Jason Martinez. The Delaware County Highway is back open after just a horrific crash that killed 3 people.
Several others were injured. Chris, police say the car that crashed was going more than 100 miles per hour. And you have new details tonight about what led up to this wreck?
That's right. Good evening, Sheba. According to sources, the fiery crash that ended along here near the edge of 322 here in Booth Wynn actually started with a group of shoplifters that were being pursued by Pennsylvania State Police about 5 miles away from here. It ended with 3 people dead and others seriously injured. Skyfox over the horrific single-car midday crash along Conchester Highway in Booth Wynn. This is what's left of the red Ford Taurus that lost control, crashed, and caught fire while trapping the driver and passengers inside. Sources say it started minutes earlier as state police pursued suspects in a shoplifting from the Lululemon store in Concord Township. You can hear the chase on police radio.
TSP is in pursuit of a red Taurus, tinted windows, for a theft on Lululemon. They're doing it about 110 miles per hour, last seen on 322.
Less than 2 minutes later, the Taurus crashed near a bridge abutment on 322 near Chichester Avenue. Witnesses say it looked like a fireball.
After pursuit, on fire within traffic. So it's going to have 5 subjects trapped at this time.
A total of 7 people were in the car. At least 3 are dead. Others were airlifted to nearby trauma centers. Hours after the crash, Fox 29 was there when detectives with the Pennsylvania State Police arrived at the Lululemon store at the shops at Britton Lake, a store that's been a frequent target for retail theft. But tonight, they're investigating if the latest crime led to the deaths of the suspects. Now, state police have only officially confirmed multiple fatalities. They have not released any information or details on that pursuit, but they are asking if anyone saw anything here on 322 around 1:30 this afternoon. Call state police. We also reached out to Lululemon for a comment tonight.
And I want murder love, bro. Want your soul, and he gon' take that shit. The switch jumping, this nigga running, so we gotta chase that Vic. Lil' YFA just caught him. He won number.
Keep on naming niggas, there's so many dead. I can't even see bro names, he got so many rounds. Bullets went straight through the glass and hit Benji head. He ain't even see the green light, they left him at the red light. Caught him on the back block, chased him right there, flipped him up a leg. They like, why you just did so much, you really going fed. They like, why you just did so much, you really going fed. They like, why you just did so much, you really going fed. It's that graveyard talk.
With the bros, but everybody know we put shit to sleep. Word, I'm with the foot soldiers today. Anything can and will happen to you. He said anything.
Dole, responding to Rel from CCK trolling him about Murder Loc, crashed out on Instagram, the first of back-to-back crash outs from Dole in the last months of his life. In this one, he claimed he's, quote, chilling with the person who killed H.L. Osama. This prompted Lil Bucks from prison to post that disrespectful is going to be the reason everyone gets booked. From this point until the day he dies, YBC Dole's reckless behavior will ramp up to 1,000. If you thought he didn't care about his life before this point, any doubt about his fate was erased by his actions over the next few months until the day of his death. May of 2024 saw YBC Dole and Skrilla drop McNuggets and McButtons Part 2, featuring an even darker video targeting Booga. One of Dole's most viral moments he got coming off of the whole digging up his op's grave stunt was his infamous No Jumper interview with Adam 22, which dropped on May 9th of 2024. Over a week later, on May 18th, outside a Chinese store on the 5400 block of Baltimore Avenue, surveillance video showed 4 suspects pulling up in a car, hopping out, and shooting a young man as he tried to run away. Quadir Cheeks, 22, was found on the sidewalk at 10:48 p.m. with multiple gunshot wounds and was later pronounced dead at Penn Presbyterian Medical Center. On May 25th, his funeral was held and parts of it were live streamed to Facebook so friends and families could view. Also in May, Sonny Goon's gun charges are dropped, and from here on out, the only thing on his mind seemed to be spinning for Booga, spinning for his brother. In June, on the 3rd, Pistol P pleaded guilty, admitting to shooting over 9 people over 7 months in 2021. The day after that, on June the 4th, Zombie flees a traffic stop, leading police on an over 100-mile-per-hour chase before crashing, and then leading the cops through an alleyway and eventually hiding in the woman's home. He would be arrested and charged for a federal gun crime following that incident. He would later be charged with a New York murder. June was also the month YouTuber Brandon Buckingham came to Philly to shoot a vlog with Skrilla and was introduced to YBC Dole. Mayor Pob would plead guilty at the end of June to the handgun that was recovered from the car nearly a year earlier and was supposed to remain free until his sentencing. However, by August, that would all change. Before that, in July, on the 4th, the city would be celebrating the 4th of July. And as has seemed to be a pattern over the 4th of July, one of the cookouts around the city is shot up by gang members. A highly documented story that was covered by the news was a shooting at a 4th of July barbecue/birthday party in Concessing, killing 19-year-old Maurice Kwan and injuring 8 others, ages 14 to 24. These types of shootings have become so normalized that outdoor events like this are banned without a permit from the city under the Sherrell Parker administration. July 19th was the day police obtained Yak Yola's cell records, connecting him to the shooting of Sharif King. The next day on the 20th, YBC Dole released the song Long Live Jeffrey Dahmer, his widely and most viewed and popular song to this date. 9 days later, he releases the song Baltimore, a fan favorite, a track aimed squarely at dissing the dead Kadir Cheeks. August of 2024, it all comes crashing down. On the 2nd, Mir Pab was arrested by sheriffs inside of CJC while attending Arshad Curry's sentencing. Mir would be charged with the July 2023 murder of Sharif King. A few days later, Yak Yola would be arrested attempting to flee Philadelphia near the airport. By this point, Dul was moving around the city from place to place, never resting his head in one place for too long. Yak Yola, since Mir Pab's arrest, was aware that Mir potentially told on him when the warrant for Yak's arrest was brought to his attention. YBC Dul would also sense the end was coming. For YBC and Dul in particular, they knew it was only a matter of time before either the feds came with a RICO indictment or a state gang indictment. Either way, by this point, the end was near, and they knew it. They also knew that at any moment, YBC Dul or any one of them could be killed, as the check his mouth had signed was about to be cashed. A series of seemingly disconnected events would have life-changing consequences and would happen back to back. On August 7th, I released my video called YBC Dul asked fans to pray for YBC. That same day, Kadir Honcho Strickland is killed. August was also the month that 16-year-old Aiden Waters would pay $100 for a stolen white Kia Sportage in Cheltenham Township. On August 17, 2024, a live casino gunpoint robbery occurs using the white stolen Kia. That same day, YBC Dul releases his song with Brandon Buckingham. 5 days later, Buckingham released his documentary with YBC Dul. Along with the song with Buckingham, the YBC Dul documentary went viral, just like most things Dul was doing during those days in the summer of 2024. Then, on August 23rd, 2024, Abdul Vicks, age 25, is shot multiple times and killed in a drive-by on the 5500 block of North 6th Street. Miles from his house and on his way to make a drop-off, Dul was caught by kids who he probably didn't even know he had beef with. Abdul Vicks was pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m. Street rumors suggest that this was a paid hit. Some say it's folks of Sir from the Mont who Dul and Mir Pab this for no known reason. The burned Kia used by the teens was found nearby at 6900 North 15th Street. By the time August ended, the viral video of Dul's murder had been viewed millions of times, and the story circulated near and far, and by outlets who never spoke of Dul or YBC before. Some say when Dul died, that was the end of YBC. Some say that was the end of drill music in Philly altogether. And to those who say that, they're probably right. The genre won't disappear overnight, which it hasn't. 2 years have passed since Dul's death, and the amount of eyes and ears paying attention to the worst form of rap that was ever invented has fallen dramatically. I know I personally stopped paying attention as much. YBC and O to the 4 is one of the reasons I started this channel. I was once just as confused as I'm sure many of you are as to what the hell was going on around 2020 through 2022. Go to YouTube right now and type in teens shot in West Philly, and you'll get an endless feed of 15 to 30 second videos of news coverage of teens that were shot or killed, and no name or face is put on the victims, and the videos are viewed once and usually never again. Then on YouTube and Instagram, you will see the RIP posts, and then you will see songs with people dissing the very teen that you just saw the news clip of. This happened over and over, and nowhere, except for the scorekeeping pages, was talking about what was actually really going on. but I wanted to take a more neutral and non-condescending, but neither glorifying what was happening type of approach and show the raw, real truth, trash raps and all. Unprecedented murder numbers for years after year were being recorded. In 2021 and 2022, 2 or 3 people were getting killed every single day in Philly, to the point that the public were literally getting numb to these stories, in the sense that this murder or that murder or this teen shot in West Philly became background noise. To the families and the victims and the families of the perpetrators, these are stories that change lives and communities forever. Over the last 6 years, the streets have looked like something out of Fallujah in 2006, ensuring that Mantua and other neighborhoods in West Philly will never be the same again. On September 9th, 2024, the Philadelphia Inquirer publishes details saying the police are linking Aiden Waters to the killing via jail calls and forensics. On October the 10th, 2024, Fast Break member Hundo Seam, or Nassim James, 22, is shot and killed in Fern Rock. Hundo Seam was one of the Fast Break members who immediately started claiming Duel in their raps. Some say his death was related, but others deny it. On the 22nd, about 12 days later, Rashawn Williams, the second teen, is arrested for Duel's murder. On to November, on the 13th, Nair Briscoe, the third teen, is arrested for the YBC duels, and he's also charged with Marquis Saunders, another teen who was murdered. On to December, on the 9th, Latoya Donaldson is charged with murder for giving her son a rifle. On December 16th, at a preliminary hearing for Aiden Waters, prosecutors revealed video of the teens celebrating Duel's murder, with one of them heard saying, "I seen Duel, I seen Duel. We just killed Duel." Then came 2025 and all the legal fallouts. On February 17th, 2025, Aiden Waters is hit with 2 additional homicide charges for Kevin Williams and Christopher Dowling. That same day, Stephen Weddington, or Baby Yop, is arrested for aggravated assault and gun offenses stemming from a shooting the day prior. The next month, in March, the Inquirer publishes The Rise and Fall of the Young Bag Chasers, an overview of the legal battles, mostly of YFA members like 1K, Reek, and Baby Wick. In the spring of 2025, an arrest warrant for Hamza Curry for the 2021 Stanley Bertrand murder. CCK was still around, as Skino and Sonny Goon, as well as all their activity on the streets, continued to drop music. In June of 2025, Salahuddin Carter, or YFA4, who was 21 at the time, is arrested for the 2021 murder of Stanley Bertrand. The next month, in July, Malik Williams is arrested for the June 2022 murder of Nakir Sylvester. Later that month, Walter Kegler is convicted as the jury deliberated for only 5 hours and sentenced him to life without parole plus 20 to 40 years for the shooting of the 20-year-old that happened downtown. On December 8th, 2025, it's reported that a 24-year-old is shot multiple times on the 4800 block of Folsom Street. Now, the way this has been reported up until this point is that Hassan Taylor, or YBC Waters, was arrested for this crime. But what it appears happened was that he was the victim. He was the one that was shot. And this was a violation of his federal parole. Being involved in this crime at all was a violation of his parole. I'm not 100% on this, but from what you can see here, it looks like that's the case. 2026 will bring the indictment. On the 24th of February 2026, Hamza Curry is arrested in a Kansas City, Missouri motel. A warrant had been put on him a year earlier, and he was tracked down in Missouri. That same day, in February, Lil Bucks will be released from jail after 3 years. The very next day, on February 25th, 2026, the district attorney announces a 19-person grand jury indictment against YBC, CCK, PSK, and others for 23 shootings and at least 5 homicides. That morning, 5 YBC members alone were taken into custody. By the 26th, news articles are publishing the details of the massive indictment, as well as Hamza Curry's capture out of state. All these cases are scheduled for later this year, starting with Hassan Muse and Sahir Ford in August. Arshad Curry, or most wanted, serving 42.5 to 85 years for 3 murders. KJ Johnson, Tommy Frazier, and Sidney Sessoms, attempted murder, as well as assaulting a law enforcement officer. Zaire Crawford, Baby K, or Murder K, 35 years to life for 2 murders. Nasir Marks and Kanye Pittman. Samaj Nolan, or Reek 1200, serving 35 years to life for 2 counts of first-degree murder. Nasir Marks and Kanye Pittman, and also an attempted murder. Yassine Miles, or Baby Wick, serving 20 to 40 years for conspiracy to commit murder. Ray Sherman, or F5, 12.5 to 25 years for double homicide. Kayvon Lee, or YBC Vaughn, serving 20 to 40 years for murder. Kyrie Pratt, or Zombie, serving a 50-month federal sentence for weapon charges, and he's awaiting trial for a murder that happened in New York. Kasim Brown, or FS the Bender, is currently in federal custody facing gun charges. He was in the indictment for 3 shootings. Amir Hall, or Mir Pablo, and Mark Johnson, or Yak Yola, are both charged with the murder of Sharif King. Stephen Weddington, or Baby Yap, is charged with 3 murders: Zaire Stafford, Quadir Cheeks, and Sharif King, as well as multiple non-fatal shootings and aggravated assaults. Jamir Burbage, or LM, or Lil Mir, charged with 2 murders: Zaire Stafford and Quadir Cheeks, and multiple non-fatal shootings. Hamza Curry, arrested in Missouri, was charged with 2 murders: Quadir Cheek and Stanley Bertrand. Salahuddin Carter, or YFA4, charged with the murder of Stanley Bertrand and a non-fatal shooting of an 8-year-old girl. Hassan Muse, charged with the murder of Quadir Cheeks, conspiracy, robbery, burglary, aggravated assault, and firearms offenses. Tatiana Edwards is in custody and charged with conspiracy for the murder of Quadir Cheeks. She apparently led him out of the house for the 4 people to hop out and shoot him. YBC Waters was arrested in February 2026 for that December 2025 shooting on Folsom Street, which I'm pretty sure he's the one who got shot. From CCK, Pistol P is serving 45 to 90 years for murders he caught back in 2021 and several other shootings from around the city. Jalen Mickens, or Skip, is serving 22.5 to 50 years for 2 murders. Nasir Hefe Wells is serving life in prison for murder and was recently in this latest indictment for multiple non-fatal shootings. Hassan Stafford, or Sani Goon, charged with 4 separate non-fatal shootings as well as weapons violations. Ronnie Vincent Kwan, or Crazy Ron, is charged with the murder of J100 along with Herman Stegall and Pistol P. From PSK, Marquez Muhammad, or WAP, is charged with the murder of Kamir T.O. Scott and other shootings from the weeks and months leading up to T.O.'s murder. From 39th Street, Paul Beckwith is charged with a non-fatal shooting. Walter Kegler is serving mandatory life in prison for first-degree murder, plus 20 to 40 years for an aggravated assault / non-fatal shooting that happened downtown in 2020. Muhammad Johnson is serving life in prison without the possibility of parole for the first-degree murder of Pierre Buddy Burbage, LM's father. Malik Williams, the 27-year-old, was arrested by the U.S. Marshals in June 2025 following 3 years on the run for the June 2022 murder of YBC Care, as I mentioned earlier. Malik, who is the brother of Mir Pab but not affiliated with YBC, got into an argument with Care, which turned into an altercation, a scuffle, and ultimately 1 gunshot, which was fatal. Williams fled Pennsylvania shortly after the incident and was added to Philly's most wanted fugitive list. On June 20th, 2025, U.S. Marshals tracked Williams down and arrested him in Atlanta, Georgia, to extradite him back to Philadelphia.
We turn now to breaking news from overnight. Philadelphia police are searching for 3 suspects involved in a double shooting in the Mantua section of the city. Authorities responded to the 3800 block of Wallace Street around 4:20 this morning. Investigators say a husband and wife showed up to the hospital, having been shot multiple times after leaving an after-hours club. The husband is in stable condition, but we are told his wife is in critical condition. Police are now looking for 3 juvenile suspects.
Davier Autry, a 26-year-old known as Da Vinci, was shot and killed on March 16, 2026, near 8th and West Burke Street in North Philadelphia. According to the Philadelphia Police Department, Da Vinci was ambushed around 6:15 p.m. that spring evening, shortly after exiting his mom's house. 2 gunmen, armed with a rifle and a 9mm handgun, had been waiting inside a stolen black Honda Accord. They chased Da Vinci down the block, firing multiple times at near point-blank range. Da Vinci was rushed to Temple University Hospital, where he died shortly after. The suspect vehicle was later found set on fire near 17th and Wishart Street. Law enforcement officials noted that Autry was one of the few remaining YBC members on the street following the indictment, a few that left most members dead or in prison. Police identified 3 individual shooters believed to be connected to the targeted hit. Malik Wilson, 17, was arrested in May 2026 during a traffic stop in Northwest Philadelphia. Melvin Sebring, a 20-year-old who went on a run following the incident. A 3rd suspect has not been identified. Internet blogs and YouTube channels like Khadijah, who does interviews with drill rappers, and Brandon Buckingham, who's another YouTube channel, have personally both been involved in this beef. They both chose a side, YBC for some reason, and both kind of got involved as more than just content creators.
P3 and sniped out, how the fuck Osama make it out? Put so many buttons on the month, they had to switch their house. And I'm the ticket, my niggas look at me to take us out. A fast food job, they should've worked where they let you take it out. With 50 on the plane, the other half, I had to ship them.
I've built relationships over the time with a side. It wasn't intentional, that's just how it's gone. And I've built, it's more than work at this present moment. It's like gone past work. It's very much, it's not business anymore. It's literally pleasure.
Khadijah apparently refused to give CCK members interviews, and then Brandon Buckingham did a music video, as I mentioned earlier, with YBC Duel, where he did something with the effects to make it look like a Ronald McDonald clown, and Duel was dissing the normal people in the song, but he dissed Booga in there. And recently, Lil Bucks came back at Brandon Buckingham, or came at him, said something about him in a song on his new release. Dave Chappelle used to have a skit called When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. The Boondocks had a different name for the skit, but it was the same concept. To make it as a drill rapper, authenticity is the key to success. But there is a narrow pocket between making your life stories into art, poetry, and music, and being a risk to yourself and others. If you know any of these young men in this video, or any other people around the city caught in the streets, there's very little advice that you can give them when they are this deep in the cycle. Duel had a fantasy of signing a record deal and getting himself and family and friends out the hood. This is a lethal cycle where him, or FS, or Lil Bucks, or anyone who chose drill rap as a route, success is anchored to their trauma and criminal history. In this drill rap created world, keeping it real is the only currency. War stories serve as the bedrock of the brand. However, the fans, the labels, the criminal justice system, and social media itself place these young boys in a box, demanding they keep up this hardened, violent persona to stay relevant. If a rapper tries to grow or pivot towards more positive music, the streets and the internet immediately label them a fraud or boring. It's a psychological prison where they are essentially paid to perform a version of themselves that is self-destructive. Duel's brother, Rico the Don, who is a much better rapper than Duel ever was, comes from the same neighborhood, same dad, same friends. But he doesn't diss, he doesn't speak on bodies, and he also doesn't see the numbers or results from rapping that Duel did. That says a lot. But on the flip side, he's alive and breathing and shows that different choices can bring different results, and it cuts both ways. A drill rapper who disses the dead constantly stays locked in that high-stakes survival mode, leading to the same tragic decisions, crime, violence, and prison sentences that dismantle their careers just as they reach the mainstream. as FS the Bender. While rap and music executives eagerly signed young drill artists in the early 2010s, they have since watched too many of these investments get killed or sentenced to prison. From a business perspective, giving a massive advance to a 19-year-old drill rapper is a highly risky business because of their inability to separate music from the reality, which frequently leads to their downfall. Beyond a life insurance risk, pure drill music struggles to scale commercially. The music relies on the local energy from your neighborhood or your block and rarely reaches the broader audiences needed to chart on the Billboard Hot 100 or to sell out larger venues. Because these drill rappers often fail to generate significant streams or reach beyond their core fan base, they don't bring in real money for the labels, making them a poor financial bet, with rare exception. The Instagram feedback loop has already been dissected, with Instagram Lives much more than music videos used at trials, as seen with people like Walter Kegler. I'm gonna leave it there for now. Thanks for watching American Confidential, and until next time, be safe.